I want you out. I don't even know why you're still here. Step! Step!
Good day and good night. Welcome to the High and Low Retrospective, the spot where we rewind the reels and revisit the moments that didn't just entertain us, they defined us. Today we're jumping back to the early 90s, a time when hip-hop was no longer bubbling under. It was bursting through boomboxes, creeping into high fashion, and becoming the language of a generation. And into that moment stepped a sitcom that wasn't just funny, it was loud, brash, stylish, and unforgettable. This one is about Martin, the show that felt like a mixtape, a party, a stand-up set, and a cultural takeover all at once. Let's talk about how Martin became the first true hip-hop sitcom.
Listen up, America. Comedy has a new face. What up? And his name...
Hey, yo, man.
...is Martin Lawrence.
It's me. Uno, Nuno.
It's 1992. The sitcom still reigns supreme, but it's playing it safe. The Cosby Show is winding down. A Different World is aging into prestige. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is finding its legs, but still toes the line between cool and wholesome. Meanwhile, hip-hop is shifting from counterculture to the culture. Dr. Dre has just dropped The Chronic. His former NWA crewmate Ice Cube has just released his third solo project, Predator. Mary J. Blige is inventing hip-hop soul. A young Brooklyn rapper by the name of Biggie Smalls is on the come-up. And network television, particularly Fox, is looking for a new sound. Martin premieres on Fox, a network still hungry, still rebellious, starring comedian and Def Comedy Jam host Martin Lawrence. The show doesn't ease in with a theme about lessons of life. Martin kicks down the door with a bass-heavy theme song that hits like a club intro.
Okay, what up, though? Oh, it's like that. On the J, on the land.
Yeah.
Martin was created by Martin Lawrence, Topper Carew, and John Bowman. At the time, Martin Lawrence had become a magnetic force in comedy. Sharp, raw, unpredictable. He wasn't just telling jokes on Def Comedy Jam, he was the voice of the show and the culture it wrote in on.
He said Malcolm Jamal Warner. A round of applause for coming out. What's up, man?
Fox recognized his star power and did something rare. They gave him room, real room, the kind of creative latitude black artists almost never got at the time. With co-creators Carew, a filmmaker and cultural architect with deep roots in black independent media, and Bowman, a Harvard-educated Saturday Night Live alum, the team built something fresh, something with teeth, something with rhythm. The premise was simple. Martin Payne, a cocky yet lovable Detroit radio DJ, navigates love, friendship, and career with his ride-or-die girlfriend Gina Waters, played by Tisha Campbell, her sharp-tongued best friend Pam, played by Takina Arnold, and Martin's quirky day ones, Tommy, played by the late Thomas Michael Ford, and Cole, played by Carl Anthony Payne II, fresh off his stint on The Cosby Show as Theo's best friend, Cockroach. But it wasn't about plot, it was about vibe. Martin wasn't built to preach or teach, it was built to pulse. And from the jump, it felt like something brand new.
Angry man, what you doing here?
Man, set your ass down. I need this for work, man.
Ain't got no job.
That theme song, it wasn't cute or catchy, it was a banger. It set the tone like a mixtape opener, no exposition, just energy. And then came the fashion. Baggy Carl Kanai jeans, cross colors, Detroit Pistons jerseys, flat tops, fades, gold chains. Martin didn't wear wardrobe. He wore the era. The set design popped with primary colors and chaotic geometry. It looked like a Yo MTV rap segment got turned into an apartment. It wasn't just sitcom staging, it was visual hip-hop. And the guest stars, well, everyone came through. Biggie Smalls, a.k.a. the Notorious B.I.G., Snoop Dogg, Outkast, Method Man, Yo-Yo. And when they did, it didn't feel like a rating stunt. It felt like a homecoming. Hip-hop wasn't a novelty on Martin. It was the language, the soundtrack, the dress code. It was the first sitcom that didn't explain black culture. It simply lived in it and trusted the audience to catch up.
Hey, Martin.
Yeah.
Cash rules everything around me.
The pacing of Martin, rapid, unfiltered, surreal, it mirrored Martin Lawrence's stand-up style. He moved like a man mid-freestyle, sometimes riffing so far off script it felt like a one-man sketch show, which in a way it was. He played not just Martin Payne, but a rogue's gallery of wild alter egos, Sheneneh Jenkins, Jerome, Roscoe, Dragonfly Jones, and more. It was character comedy filtered through a hip-hop lens, bigger than life, unapologetically black, always quotable. But Martin Lawrence was doing more than acting. He was branding. He used the sitcom to feed his stand-up, his film career, and his def comedy roots. Before streaming, before cross-platform synergy, before content strategy was a buzzword, Martin was the brand. Amid the chaos, Martin had heart. Martin and Gina weren't just comic relief, they were the culture's couple. Black, professional, stylish, passionate. Their chemistry felt earned. Their fights felt real. Their love felt aspirational. They were the people with better jokes and a tighter fade. And the city mattered. Detroit wasn't just a placeholder, it was a mood. Gritty, musical, middle class with a chip on its shoulder. It gave Martin its grounding. It gave the show texture. Unlike other sitcoms at the time, Martin didn't sanitize black life. It amplified it, made it messy, made it beautiful. By season 5, something was missing. The rhythm was off. The heart, Martin and Gina, was fractured. Midway through the season, Tisha Campbell left the show. In early 1997, she filed a lawsuit against Martin Lawrence and the show's producers, citing sexual harassment, verbal abuse, and an unsafe working environment. The suit was later settled, and Campbell returned to finish the show, but under strict terms. No scenes together, no shared screen time, no reconciliation. For a sitcom built on energy, love, and chemistry, the split was seismic. The final episodes were stitched together awkwardly, Gina on one side of the story, Martin on the other. No hugs, no resolution, no real goodbye. The series didn't end, it unraveled. And that's the complicated truth. Martin gave us something rare. A sitcom that felt like the culture in motion, but it ended in silence, in allegations, in pain. The same star who electrified every frame became part of the reason it couldn't go on. Martin Lawrence has since referred to the situation as a misunderstanding. In recent years, he and Campbell have appeared together publicly, including the 2022 Martin reunion on BET+. The love, or at least the mutual respect, seemed to return, but the scar's still part of the story, because Martin didn't just fade away. It imploded. And yet, the legacy endures. The show never stopped airing. Reruns run on BET, TV One, Max. Martin is a cultural staple. His alter egos became early memes. His catchphrases still echo in our ears. Its DNA can be traced through Everybody Hates Chris, Blackish, Atlanta, Insecure, and even Abbott Elementary. Shows that blur tone, break form, and speak to a black audience first without apology. Martin didn't follow sitcom rules, it wrote new ones. So that's a high and low retrospective on Martin, a sitcom that didn't just borrow hip-hop. It moved like it, dressed like it, talked like it, lived in it. It burned bright, it ended messy, but it changed everything. Because Martin gave us more than laughter, it gave us a blueprint for comedy, for culture, for what happens when a show stops explaining and just starts being. Thanks for watching, I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe for more deep dives into the shows, the sounds, and the stories that shaped a generation. Until next time, stay critical, stay nostalgic, and remember,
She's so ugly, it would take 6 tools.